Welcome to Whisper and Learn channel. In today's video, we'll dive into another engaging story to help you improve your English listening skills while enjoying a relaxing and stress-free experience. Each story is crafted to teach practical vocabulary, enhance your comprehension, and provide meaningful life lessons. So grab your headphones, relax, and let's begin.
The rain poured relentlessly as Elena Santiago huddled under a thin blanket on a park bench, clutching a small suitcase that held her life's belongings. At 43 years old, she had never imagined her life would come to this. An immigrant from Guatemala, Elena had come to the United States with dreams of building a better future for herself and her teenage son, Diego. Instead, she found herself homeless, jobless, and on the brink of despair. Elena's journey to this point had been anything but easy. She had worked as a teacher in her hometown, a career she loved, but violence and corruption had made life increasingly dangerous. Determined to give Diego a shot at a better life, she sold everything she had and moved to America. But the transition was far from smooth. Her credentials weren't recognized, her savings dwindled quickly, and she struggled to find stable work. When Diego's medical bills for a sudden illness wiped out what little money they had left, they lost their apartment and were forced to seek refuge in shelters. Elena's days were spent tirelessly searching for work, while her nights were filled with guilt and fear. Every evening, she would tuck Diego into the corner cot at the shelter, whispering words of hope she barely believed herself. "One day, this will all be behind us," she'd say. Diego, now 14, rarely complained, but Elena could see the toll their circumstances were taking on him. His once bright eyes often seemed clouded with worry, and his school grades were slipping. Despite their dire situation, Diego was determined to help. He found part-time work at a local grocery store after school, using his earnings to buy small treats for his mother. A candy bar, a flower from the stand outside the store. "We're a team, Mommy," he would say, his smile a rare beacon of light in their otherwise dark days. Elena's heart broke as she watched her son grow up too quickly. She worried endlessly about his future, about the opportunities he was missing, and about her ability to shield him from the harsh realities of their life. Yet, even in the darkest moments, she clung to the belief that her circumstances could change. She reminded herself of the resilience that had brought her this far and of the promise she had made to give Diego a better life. One particularly cold evening, Elena found herself at a community center that offered hot meals and a place to rest. While there, she met a volunteer named Sarah, a warm and compassionate woman who noticed Elena's quiet demeanor. "Tell me your story," Sarah said gently, sitting across from Elena at a rickety table. At first, Elena hesitated. She was ashamed of her situation and wary of pity. But as Sarah's kind eyes met hers, she began to speak. She told Sarah about her teaching career, her journey to America, and her struggles to find her footing. By the time she finished, tears were streaming down her face. "You have so much resilience," Sarah said, "and I think we can help you." Sarah introduced Elena to a local program that offered job training and placement for immigrants. The program's director, an immigrant herself, understood the challenges Elena faced and was determined to help her succeed. With their guidance, Elena enrolled in business and English courses. Though the process was grueling, she poured herself into it, determined to build a new life for herself and Diego. The next few months were a whirlwind of relentless effort. Elena's schedule became a test of endurance, attending classes during the day, working part-time as a cleaner in the evenings, and helping Diego with his homework late at night. Sleep became a luxury, and exhaustion was her constant companion, but she refused to falter. Each step forward, no matter how small, felt like a triumph against the odds. As her English improved, Elena's confidence grew. She found herself raising her hand in class to ask questions and participating in group discussions. Her instructors noticed her dedication and often praised her for her insightful comments and problem-solving skills. With every new word mastered and every concept learned, Elena began to envision a future that felt less uncertain. Diego, watching his mother's unwavering determination, found inspiration to change his own path. He threw himself into his studies with renewed energy, deciding to join his school's debate team to build his confidence. Public speaking didn't come naturally to him, but he worked hard, practicing his speeches in front of Elena every night. She listened intently, offering feedback and cheering him on. Math, once his most dreaded subject, became a challenge he was determined to conquer. Diego's teacher noticed his efforts and began tutoring him after school. Soon, his grades improved, and he started to take pride in his achievements. "We're going to make it, Mommy," he said one evening as they shared a simple dinner of rice and beans at their rickety kitchen table in the shelter. His optimism became the fuel Elena needed to keep going. Their bond deepened during these difficult months. Elena often stayed awake at night, thinking about how far they had come and how much further they had to go. But with Diego's support and her own growing belief in their ability to overcome, she felt the faint stirrings of hope. Her sacrifices felt worth it, as she watched Diego's resilience blossom into determination and strength. Balancing classes, odd jobs, and caring for Diego was exhausting, but Elena's determination never wavered. Yet, it wasn't as simple as excelling overnight. Her path was filled with setbacks. She failed an English proficiency test once and had to retake it. Her part-time cleaning job threatened to cut hours, and Diego's tutoring fees added unexpected strain to their already stretched budget. There were days when Elena questioned if her sacrifices would ever lead to something tangible. On one particularly difficult afternoon, she received a call from Diego's school. He had been in an altercation with a classmate who mocked their living situation. That night, Diego broke down. "I'm tired of being the kid who doesn't have enough," he admitted through tears. Elena hugged him tightly, whispering, "This is temporary, mi amor. We're not defined by where we are, but by where we're going." Slowly, brighter days emerged. Elena's coursework caught the attention of her instructors. One professor, Dr. Callahan, was particularly impressed by her ability to solve complex problems in logistics simulations. Dr. Callahan approached her after class one day. "Elena, you have a sharp mind and a unique perspective. Have you ever considered applying for an internship?" Elena hesitated. The idea of stepping into a professional setting after years of instability seemed daunting. She couldn't afford formal clothes, let alone the time for an unpaid internship. But Dr. Callahan persisted, offering her guidance and connecting her with a nonprofit that provided professional attire for job seekers. When Elena finally walked into the interview room at a local logistics company, her heart raced. She had spent nights preparing, practicing answers in front of a mirror, and reading everything she could about the company. The interviewers were impressed by her drive and her ability to connect her experiences as a teacher to problem solving and management. 2 weeks later, she received the call. She had the internship. The journey to that moment had been anything but easy, but Elena's resolve and willingness to learn had opened a door she never thought possible. It was just the beginning of a new chapter, one that held promise, not just for her, but for Diego as well. The internship was a whirlwind of challenges. The logistics firm, known for its focus on efficiency and innovation, was located in a bustling warehouse district. Elena was tasked with managing inventory systems and streamlining processes. While juggling her responsibilities at work, Elena ensured that Diego's needs were never neglected. She coordinated her shifts around his school schedule and helped him practice his debate arguments after long work days. Diego, in turn, was inspired by his mother's relentless work ethic and began viewing her as more than just a caregiver. She was his role model and leader. "Mommy, when I grow up, I want to work as hard as you do," Diego said one evening. Those words renewed her spirit. Though the learning curve at the internship was steep, Elena thrived. Her background as a teacher gave her a natural knack for organization and problem-solving. Her bilingual abilities proved invaluable in communicating with a diverse team of warehouse staff and corporate leaders. By the end of the first 6 months, her supervisors began to take notice of her innovative ideas, particularly one that improved inventory tracking and saved the company thousands of dollars. Over the next 2 years, Elena rose through the ranks. She moved from intern to an entry-level manager. Her relentless drive and innovative ideas brought significant improvements to the company's operations, earning her the respect of her peers and superiors alike. Diego, watching her climb, often told his friends about his mother's journey, inspired by her ability to turn adversity into triumph. For Elena, every step forward was proof that their sacrifices had been worth it, and every success reinforced the lessons she hoped to instill in her son: resilience, determination, and the belief that no dream was out of reach. Just as Elena began to feel a sense of stability, disaster struck. The company faced a major crisis when a key client abruptly ended their contract, causing a significant financial blow. The leadership team scrambled to salvage the situation, but tensions ran high and morale plummeted. Elena watched as her colleagues grew despondent. She knew the stakes were high. If the company failed, it would mean not only losing her job, but also the livelihoods of hundreds of employees. Summoning her courage, she approached the CEO with a bold proposal. "We need to pivot," she said, her voice steady despite her racing heart. "I believe we can expand into new markets and leverage our logistics expertise to attract different industries." The CEO, intrigued by Elena's confidence during a critical meeting, leaned forward and asked her to elaborate. With the future of the company at stake, Elena felt the weight of her words like never before. Over the next few weeks, she threw herself into crafting a comprehensive recovery plan. Each evening, after long hours at the office, she stayed late, poring over market trends and analyzing industry reports. She filled whiteboards with strategies, scribbled notes in a worn notebook, and practiced her presentation until her voice grew hoarse. On the day of her presentation, Elena entered the boardroom armed with more than data. She carried conviction. As she stood before the executive team, her nerves dissolved into focus. She laid out a bold vision, pivoting the company's logistics operations to target emerging markets while enhancing sustainability practices. Her plan detailed partnerships with key players in underexplored sectors and a streamlined supply chain that could save costs without compromising quality. When she finished, the room was silent. Elena's heart raced as she waited for a response. Then the CEO broke the tension. "This is exactly what we need," he said, his tone resolute. The rest of the team nodded, and a wave of relief washed over Elena. The implementation of Elena's plan was not without challenges. She led late-night calls with prospective partners, coordinated retraining sessions for staff, and addressed resistance from team members skeptical of change. However, her persistence and ability to adapt won over even the most hesitant employees. Within months, the company began to see results. New revenue streams emerged from untapped markets, and operational costs dropped significantly due to her efficiency improvements. Elena's leadership didn't go unnoticed. The CEO publicly praised her during a company-wide meeting, crediting her with the turnaround. Promotions came swiftly, and Elena found herself stepping into the role of Vice President of Operations. It was a position she had never dreamed of achieving when she first walked into the company as an intern. At home, Diego watched his mother's rise with awe. Inspired by her ability to lead under pressure, he began emulating her determination. "You showed me what it means to never give up, Mommy," he said one evening, hugging her tightly. Now excelling in school and preparing for college, Diego often shared stories of his mother's resilience with his classmates. Elena's journey wasn't just about corporate success. It was about redefining what was possible. She had gone from surviving day to day on a park bench to leading a team that shaped the company's future. Her story was a testament to the power of perseverance, hard work, and believing in the potential of every moment. Years later, Elena found herself sitting in the CEO's office, not as a visitor, but as the new leader of the company. Her journey from homelessness to CEO was nothing short of extraordinary. Under her guidance, the company flourished, expanding globally and becoming a model for innovation and inclusivity. Diego, now a college graduate pursuing a career in engineering, often visited her at work. "You've always been my hero, Mommy," he said during one of their lunches. Elena's heart swelled with pride. The sacrifices, the struggles, and the sleepless nights had all been worth it. Elena's story is a testament to the power of resilience, determination, and the belief that every person has the potential to overcome even the most daunting challenges. Her journey wasn't easy, but it was filled with moments of growth, kindness, and transformation. Today, Elena uses her platform to inspire others. She speaks at conferences, mentors aspiring leaders, and supports programs that help immigrants and underserved communities. Her message is simple but profound. No matter where you start, your story isn't finished. Every obstacle is an opportunity, every failure a lesson, and every step forward a victory. As Elena often says, success isn't about where you come from, it's about where you're willing to go.
Thank you for listening to this story on Whisper and Learn channel. We hope you enjoyed it and learned something valuable today. If you liked this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more stories that make learning English fun and effective. Let us know in the comments what you think of this story or what topics you'd like to hear next. See you in the next video. Happy learning!